Hey, my name is Scott Ellis, and this is Guide You Outdoors, the YouTube channel that guides you to the outdoor lifestyle. Today we're gonna a good video for you. We're gonna teach you a very simple, basic, but super important skill if you're ever out canoeing or on a canoe trip. And you guessed it, it is the J stroke, probably the most important stroke that is out there. The J stroke not only allows you to kind of solo paddle, but what it's real hard is if I'm paddling on the right side all day, my boat is just gonna go left all day. But that J stroke is just enough to compensate and keep the boat going straight down the water. And it's essential if you want to paddle all day long, you want to be able to go straight and keep that correction motion going. So the heart of a J stroke, it's very simple for me to tell you, but you get out there and you go, oh my God, I can't do this. You got to just practice it. Every J stroke is a little different. I've taken over 1,000 J strokes on this trip already, easily over 1 million in my lifetime, and each one I'm kind of refining it as I go. So be patient with your J stroke, it will eventually come around. The heart of it is a forward stroke from the beginning, where you pull to the back, and at about the hip, you're going to rotate your top thumb down, and the blade will come out and around, making a J with that blade as it comes around. Easier said than done. So forward, about the hip, rotate the hand, come around, scoop, and compensate. What it does is actually pushes the tail of the boat back towards the right, the stern I should say, back towards the port on this side to give us a little bit more of a direction. So if you're really working on this J stroke, think about that top hand. Your left hand in this situation, as you're going in your forward stroke, the thumb should point down towards your boat. Your right wrist will actually grip up and spin and come out. So starting up here, spin and out. You can bump on your gunnel. Your gunnel is the rail on the side of your boat, and a bump of a gunnel is if my paddle actually hits that gunnel, and I'll pry a little bit off of that sometimes. There are people out there who say that that's not a good J, but if you've taken as many as I have, they're all good J's if they do the right thing and keep that forward momentum without really slowing you down too much. I also want to mention I'm using a bent shaft paddle throughout this whole trip, but a J stroke works totally fine with a bent shaft or a straight shaft. They work totally the same. Some people say that it's a little harder with a bent shaft, but I don't find it to be any problem with a bent shaft compared to a straight shaft paddle. So one really important piece of this J stroke that my good friend Elton on this canoe trip reminded me about, he brought it up, he said, well, why don't you in the J stroke come back and just put your thumb up and pry out? And I looked at him, I said, very good question. I said, it's not efficient. And he said, well, why is it not efficient? And this was part I didn't know, is if you come up and then you just go like this, there's actually a moment of inefficiency where you're pulling in. By taking your stroke and rotating it out, you get the full efficiency. When you're taking hundreds, thousands of strokes a day out here, covering lots of kilometers, you want to maximize the efficiency and not do this J stroke back like this. If you're solo paddling, the J is a must. You have to have this stroke in your whole skill set. If you're paddling in the stern on any distance, I would say it's a must, that you must have this to go on a good canoe trip and just be happy. Going in a straight line makes me very happy.